I think your analysis was very straight line. History doesn't run in a straight line.
Kid, you cannot tell your neighbor he is stealing ducks when you are stealing fowls.
As High Commissioner, I was wrong. As Charandas Prasad, I reacted naturally how any person would have.
I did not come here for that kind of abuse. I did not come here for that kind of abuse. If you're gonna go down that road, I'll walk off.
But it's all okay once they're talking. If they were talking, I could not have been here today.
You got ADHD.
I got nothing.
Calm down.
I think I've done enough in terms of taking our team out of trouble from losing.
Tomorrow, Taylor. That's good.
I'm reading the script now, and the first person that comes to my mind to play a detective,
Yes,
but
the
an
Guyanese critic.
erratic
Mikhail
detective, is Mikhail Rodriguez.
Why an African slap an Indian? Why a man and slap a woman? Look, how you deal with that? You deal with that.
We must encourage platforms like this because it brings together different people and allows for discussions to take place in our country on a multiplicity of fundamental issues.
Kingdom, you apologizing for something you think I did is wrong. I don't want you to do that, and you should not have done that.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Freddie Kissoon Show. We are coming to you live from TBN Studios here at 126 Laluni Street, Queenstown. It's a beautiful evening here in Georgetown, Guyana. Lots happening. Everywhere you drive, there's construction going on. Right now, there's a huge line of traffic when I pass coming down, going towards the Harbor Bridge. I don't know what's causing the holdup, but as I was driving over this afternoon, I said to myself that imagine in a few months when this new bridge is finished, how beautiful it will be that you don't have to deal with this traffic situation and so on. So while the country is developing, it is difficult sometimes for us to exercise patience, but some things can only be done to specifications once done in the right timeline. But while all of this is happening, there are some things out there that I believe needs to be addressed, because it doesn't affect me and this amazing gentleman sitting next to me here, Mr. Freddie Kissoon. It affects every Guyanese. And what I'm about to start this evening's show with, I know may shock a lot of people, but again, our responsibility is to bring to you, the public and our viewers, and I want to say good evening to all our viewers tonight, wherever you're joining us from, that we're bringing this out here so that better can, we must have better. A few months ago, we were told about the situation by the Georgetown Hospital of a huge pile of garbage. I went and I filmed the garbage. We started a new show called Garbage City, which is being aired right on the same platform. Episode 6 will be coming out on by this weekend. I think Sundays at 1 p.m. we've set for it. But what I would like to show you this evening will shock you, and I'm lost for words. But before I do that, I just want to say good evening to Freddie Kissoon, whom I share a great space with. I feel honored to be in this space with him every time too. But that's okay. Freddie doesn't like that. He doesn't like the plaudits. But Mr. Kissoon, when I show,
Show the thing, please.
yeah, when I showed this thing here,
Show it.
oh my goodness,
People need.
operator, this, ladies and gentlemen, that is in front of the Georgetown Public Hospital, and that you see in the background there, that's the accident and emergency unit of the Georgetown Hospital. And I can tell you that this garbage has been here for over 2 months because we filmed in 2 months. But here's what the people around there told me, that it's been there for over a year. Mr. Walton Orion, who works at the, who's the solid waste disposal director, he said they went one day to go in the place and clean it up, but there was a fence. But when we went this last time, I didn't see any. I was not seeing any fence. I believe the fence must have been broken down by the magnitude and the weight of the garbage in front of the Georgetown Hospital. Look at this. What is it that we are harboring here? We're the sick and the dead. Well, not the sick. Well, the sick and the dead, yes, but the sick and the dying go here. That's where they go. Freddie, what can you say about this?
Why is it not being moved? I don't understand. Even if, you see, the thing about this thing is, as we said in one of the shows last week, even I believe this thing is going to last once the PNC is in the city council. That's a decision. That's a zero-sum game being played by the opposition in the city council. These people are saying, look, we ain't got money to clean that up. We ain't cleaning it up anyway. They're talking about oil money in the New Guyana. We're going to embarrass them. And there's no question to my mind that city council is keeping this garbage around the place to embarrass the government. I know. I would not insult.
Put it up, let me see what Freddie talking about.
I would not insult my education by saying city council got money to clear it up. City council is short of cash, but they can clear up some of this garbage. But they're leaving it there to embarrass the government. Everywhere you go in Georgetown, I met a guy in the supermarket, an ordinary working class guy who came back from the US. And he told me, man, Freddie, no, man, I love my country and I want to come back. But when I see the garbage in Costello housing scheme, he told me, this thing is all over the place. And I could understand the government saying, this is city council, they got to clear it up. But at the end of the day, this thing is going to embarrass Guyana. This thing is all over.
Freddie, this is a hazard to life.
You ever see a movie called Graveyard Shift?
Stephen King.
Based on Stephen King novel. Well, those of you who are looking at this garbage, please Google Graveyard Shift, the movie Graveyard Shift. A monster was living under the printery, the textile. Monsters live under those things.
Freddie,
a monster must be under that garbage there. Look something showing its head there.
We have footage. The cameraman have footage of rats running out.
But those
and in the movie, there was a rat-infested place too.
But those rats got to be bigger than dinosaurs.
But they're probably older than dinosaurs and mutated too, because you know Freddie Kissoon, guess who's throwing this garbage here? You see when people coming out of the hospital, and they're bringing out the garbage in the bag and so on. Guess how we know? I see a lady throw the thing. She and she two couple that what I say hello. Y'all ain't got shame?
No, but I think the government has to bite the bullet and say to hell with city council and clean it up.
This is an embarrassment, but it's not. It is the Freddie Kissoon. This is the primary healthcare facility.
That's
one of the country.
One of the things we don't say, and I think the government needs to put some seriously, intellectually astute defenders of the government, because the Georgetown Hospital is a shining beacon in the Caribbean.
Yes,
that hospital provides assistance to poor people. You go and see the amount of ordinary people at the hospital. Let me tell you something. I got an injection in my knee from the Georgetown Hospital that cost $33,000.
You get it free? Wow.
Right. That particular drug is $33,000 for my knee, and they got cancer treatment drugs. Some cancer treatment drugs are $40,000-$50,000. That hospital. You see all the thing about the Starbucks news every week. Cost of living, things may have gone up because of the international
Yeah.
but I tell you what, that hospital, that if you scrap that hospital, the hospital is immobilized for 6 months. You know the money
Chaos.
poor people have to fork out.
Chaos also, because you can't. If they can't afford, here, Freddie, healthcare at the private hospitals ain't no easy class. Ain't no easy class. You know, in Suriname, you know people from Suriname. I don't know if it happens.
So hard, it's come over.
Yeah, they come over to Guyana to get healthcare and they go back from Nigeria. Because I did some work back in a couple of years ago. I was doing some work in Nigeria, some research, and I found they were telling me that they come back to Guyana because.
But you know what I find obnoxious and offensive about the Starbucks news and cost of living is I could understand if the cost of living is high and there is no government intervention to help people with their expensive. But the three highest financially endowed ministry in this country is education, health, and public works.
I think public works
all three go into doing things. The people who go to Marian Academy, you know, that education budget is helping public schools. Anyway, whatever.
But lastly, before we go, Freddie, on this subject here.
A monster in that garbage.
Yeah, but anyway, that's going to be another story that you're going to start with. We're going to spend whole night on this.
What's that?
Are they going to ask you, what can we do to prevent this here? But that's a whole unnecessary raise up because you got legislation.
City Council isn't going to do it.
Yeah, they ain't going to do it?
No, they're not. City Council, it is a political thing, man.
So, good news. I'd like to show you a video of what's happening on Cemetery Road. As you know, we spoke about Cemetery Road last week, and the minister was here also. But remember, you had the thing with the little boy, and the minister was here. We even spoke to the minister of Cemetery Road. Cemetery Road is moving apace, and it has been promised that within 3 weeks, the Cemetery Road will be finished. And we did a video. We drove past this morning, and we did a video. Here's Cemetery Road for you. What Cemetery Road is looking at. It's a hive of activity right now, and it seems as if somebody get lit under them, so they got to jump out of the seat and get the work done. But sometimes it's the right thing to do. You have to light the fire under the seat so people can know that it's not a job to be sitting. Why are you sitting?
But you got you just got call out the zombies.
I know from inside the cemetery, no?
Yeah.
But them don't vote and go back and sleep till the election again.
Don't say that. Before people jump, say I'm dead, people vote, right?
No.
That's PNC propaganda.
Yeah, no, that's it. It seems like that's the only thing.
That's PNC
you don't see them back after that. So, me, no going on. But this is Cemetery Road.
There are people who vote for the PNC.
Freddie is beloved by. But this is Cemetery Road. So the bridge and thing they're working on the bridge, like that youth man had to go and take
wheelbarrow.
But watch. Oh, watch a man carrying where the people steal. Watch a man carrying where the people. We catch this man. He got this man and nobody come there for work. Look, he collect some steel and walk away with it. Some pieces of steel rather than what they're using for do the foundation thing. Look, the man carrying away the steel, Freddie. This is I tell this country really no. We catch the man carrying away the steel.
They ain't got no
no security, nothing there down there.
Security. But he's not the only one.
I know, he's not the only one. So this, Freddie, is what you told me about to go by Waterloo Street by the bank there. Now, no car can park here. Nobody can park here because this thing is so damaged. It's waterlogged.
All you have to do is throw some sand there.
But Freddie, what the stretch, parking. Look, this is for context, right? So this is Waterloo Street, and this is New Market, right? Yeah, Waterloo New Market. That's for context. So look at the strip that I'm going to show you. We're going to show you here now. This entire strip, nobody can park. Look at the condition.
And the deluge of cars you have in this place.
There's no parking in the city.
Look, all they should do, either the city council or the Ministry of Public Works, throw some sand or some loom on that.
Man, they got builders waste there all over this country.
Yeah. Look, no car can park there. And I park there in dry season to go to Woodland Hospital.
Yeah, you can't
park. You can't find no parking by Woodland Hospital.
No, you can't. Yeah.
So they should.
So now the rainfall, you can't even park here neither. This thing, there was a rut here that you could see coming up to a party where you're going to see this rut in the ground. And this had to have been because a vehicle got stuck. Look at how deep this rut is. And that vehicle got stuck. When you see the, you going in there? Who going there? Watch it though.
And the lack of parking facilities. There's a waste. Throw some sand and loom, and people can park. How much would it cost?
Freddie, look, I show a couple of videos. You got anything that you want to touch on this evening? I got another thing to show you. That somebody. So what happened? Okay, so a guy from let me get the message. A man sent this thing here. This is a road in Myconi. Operator, put yeah.
That's stuck. That thing's
yeah,
stuck
this is a road. Yeah, there's a tractor can't even come out. I can tell you. I can tell you. Hold on. I can tell you the exact spot. But look at these. If you see these pictures, Freddie Kissoon, look. And the people pleading to ask if Mr. Siraj can, they're hoping that he would have come tonight, so we could show you this. But I'll send this to him. But this here, I think, is in Myconi. Myconi, yeah. And these people are. They said that they can't access their farms. They can't access their farms. But I hope that. The location is Myconi Creek from Hyde Park Sluice to Burma Road by the GRDB Research Center. Sir, if we can get an all-weather road for the benefit of the farmers and other Hyde Park residents, in terms it will be a shorter distance to traverse. And he says thank you to us both.
But if in case you're looking at us, please send us what videos you have on any and everything.
Yeah.
Please send us what videos you have.
It's look. This is from his view here on the tractor, Freddie. What we got you by. Look at that. This because this tractor. You hear a lot of them tractor turn over and pin people, Freddie.
Yeah.
These are the kind of things.
What other videos we have?
So one more thing I want to put up here. We got to be a little more responsible. This was on Homestretch Avenue a few nights ago. Look at, they recently had an accident in Barbados where a guy ran into a train, the girl died. Oh my goodness.
That accident at Friendship today.
Yeah, that one.
Somebody died. Yeah.
Somebody died. Every single day is accidents. Look at how this a front end loader. Look at how this road park, Freddie. Half of the road, you can't know if you go in the night and the place dark. Place get bright here already, and there's somebody car light still shining on it. Fred, man, how much more irresponsible can people get, man?
No.
Jeez, boy.
And when you I go to the seawall every afternoon. I saw some waste that people left on the bench right next to our garbage.
Freddie, hey.
I'm telling you, they got a serious sociological term. It should be part of sociology textbook called low life. They should have it should go into the dictionary now. They add words to the dictionary every year. Low life. These people left their garbage on a bench right next to a bin.
My goodness.
We gotta keep showing people that a destitute man took over a bench.
Oh yeah.
No, but we gotta call Ravin Singh. He was on the program. He's in charge of the First Lady's Restoration Project. Why Javin Singh don't ask the Ministry of Public Works? You know what a man did last week? And it's currently on the seawall, right by where the First Lady has her esplanade. A man tie a hammock and sleeping in it right as you enter. When you park and you enter the esplanade, a man has a hammock there. Man has a hammock. So all the tourists that come, they have to pass that hammock. Man sleeping in a hammock.
And nobody.
And here, listen, I saw it last night, and I saw it 2 weeks ago. So I asked Carl Melville, because he is the guy who's supposed to take the place there. And he told me that the guy, the hammer guy, is a former policeman and he's aggressive. And you have a police hut right there, a police outpost right
Freddie,
there.
how much time have we gone there to try to get an interview with those people?
Lavin Singh and the First Lady office has to talk to the police. Those police are that outpost there, and no one has more authority than me to talk about them. Those guys are always outside there. Those guys don't check on who destroying anything by the seawall. You know, I had an argument with one of them a month ago. He arrested a man for talking on his phone. When I went up there, the man got his wife and his little baby. And you go on that seawall every afternoon where that police outpost is. Guys without helmet riding past the police outpost. Riding past the police outpost all the time.
Yeah.
And guess what they do? Every hour or hour and a half, they ride their motorcycle around the place, and then they go and park at the outpost. What the police should do, and I'm going to talk to Matt Bean, is to have them walk around, keep walking around, because there are hundreds of people there every afternoon. They sit down outside of the outpost every night. If they hear this, I don't care if they're vexed with me. This is my country.
Somebody sent in the picture here that said, "Good night, Mr. Kissoon. The photographs below show part of Cane View in South Rumville. The parapet was taken over and it continues to get bigger."
Where's that? You have it?
Cane View. I'm getting the picture up here now. Hold on. This is part of the parapet. Okay. Yeah, operator, put up for me, please. So that's the parapet. She said it's been taken over.
By whom?
I know it looks like a wash bay or a business or something operated. There's a drone footage.
What's that thing there?
It's a couple of buildings, like, man.
Those are buildings?
Yeah, because this is a car. So look, this is a car, and look the size of this car. Then imagine what this is. They got water tank and so on here. Yeah. All right.
Good. Please send in your videos. You're looking at this thing and you have videos to show where people doing nonsense on the road, police doing nonsense on the road. Please video it and show us. Please send it to Akash WhatsApp.
Somebody says here, "Good night. Can the government dismantle the city council and set up an interim council?"
Yes, they can.
That's possible already?
Yes, they can. They did it before. Yeah. I think they should do that. I think Georgetown would welcome it. Who wants to see the ubiquity of garbage in the capital city? Yes, they should have an interim management committee to shut the mouth of people. You have academics, business people, church people, so they can't open their mouth and say the PPP thing. That's what you need to do. Have some top-class businessmen and some UG academics running the city with some church people representing the Baha'i faith, the Muslim, the Hindus.
We got another one here. Somebody said this is Garbage City. It's not a very clear video.
This is where, but we still see it.
Yeah, we still see it. They said, okay, this is
Robert, put this thing up.
Yeah. Let me see. It's a little foggy, but let me see where this is. This is Hill Street and Sussex Street, Albaistong.
Jeez.
Hill Street and Sussex Street, Albaistong. Someone just sent this in. I'm sure you can see that there. It's from a car window, so that's why it looks like this.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Keep sending in your we have a few minutes more before we start taking calls.
Yeah, send in your videos.
Okay, so we got another one came in here. This is LIBELOUS on the East Coast. I drive here daily and it's now like this for over 2 months now. Let me see what's going on at LIBELOUS.
What's that?
Okay, so at LIBELOUS here, what's happening is that the side of the road, a whole big thing eat out there. They had to put a pipe in the middle of the road so people can avoid going in there.
What do you call those things? Sinkhole?
Sinkhole. It looks so, yeah. Yeah. There it is. Look. You see?
Right, so people can move away from it.
Yeah, so that'll put a pipe there now. But Mr. Kissoon, if you drive in night and you see that, oh my goodness, that's an accident waiting to happen. I mean,
well, we got to show some old videos about parts that haven't changed. Remember that thing at UG Road, where the trench is next?
It hasn't changed.
We're gonna show.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
All right, let's see what else is. Okay, so the person said this is the greatest risk is knowing that there is a risk and not doing anything about it. That's what this lady just said, who sent this photograph in.
Yeah, let's show this one more time for the screen. Operator.
That's Riseless.
Riseless. 5 minutes drive from here in Queenstown.
Yeah.
If you leave Queenstown here and you catch the Atlantic Highway, by the time you reach Riseless, it's about 6, 7, 8 minutes.
At your speed?
Yeah, at my speed, at my speed,
and I don't use Rise.
And a faster thing would be probably do it in 3 minutes.
Well, Freddie, at least that's why you're going safely and coming back, because you're going at a speed that you can control the vehicle. People need to do that more often. But we thank you, the viewers.
The lines are open. Please call.
Okay, we got. Let me see here. This is in front.
Send your stuff in. What, somebody sent something in?
No, so the same thing here. The person said that this here. Put it up on the screen for me. This here is a place. This is happening in front of a place called Floral Park, which is a gated community. So you come into a gated community and blam. You understand?
They have a gated community in South Rumford.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as you said, it's called Floral Park. So let me see. Where is it? Yeah, Cane View in South Rumford. Cane View, you know, Cane View, Freddie?
Yeah, I know
Rumford, man.
View.
So she said, yeah, this is in front of Floral Park, a gated community. So there is a gated community there, yeah.
There's a gated community? Didn't know that.
Oh, Robert said this is where he live in. The cameraman, the operator that working tonight, he just said that's where he live in. Okay, great. All right, so you guys send in your videos, send in your videos, send in your.
You see these things pictures. When you send in these things, the government, the city council, the business community, they see these things. They may not know about it. The people in the government or the business community may not know some of these things existing. That is why you have to temper your emotions. We're not showing these things to badmouth Guyana. I am a supporter of President Irfan Ali.
Me too.
Unapologetically, I like the man. I will vote for the man. But we need to show these things. I mean, it's simple. Remember, if you don't show it, if you don't tell the government what is going on, how would they know? If you're a friend of the government, you have to tell the government about things that they need to know. What is that?
Another photograph coming, Hill Street, Albaistong.
Again?
This is Hill Street, Albaistong. I mean, if there's like a tree or something that down there, man. What
the hell is that?
That's where the monster lives.
That's Graveyard Shift. A monster has to be under there.
So we had two movies so far: Chateau's Land and now Graveyard Shift.
Yeah.
Two classics.
Operator, put up an image of Graveyard Shift, please.
I'll get it.
Graveyard Shift.
Yeah, Graveyard
Monsters Shift. Living under those garbage.
Viewers, we thank you for joining us. I know we might come over as if this is as if we're not. I don't know if you guys think, but we are very serious about what we're doing here, and we see ourselves as the the people who can help you to be the voice that we need. Graveyard Shift. Hold on. I don't want to show the.
Yeah, copyright. We can't show we could show the
Anything, Mr. Kissoon, anything else you wanna talk about tonight?
Well, if you have any more videos, please send them to us, and our lines are open. Please call us and let's hear what's on your mind. There are a couple of things that we want to
Okay,
talk.
so Mr. We have something here. The Chinese on Regent Street. What's them?
But don't let's say Chinese business people.
No, the person who sent it to me is a credible person that says that they videoed this here.
Yeah, but you don't want to say Chinese or Indians.
Well, I agree with you. I agree with you, but
business
Freddie,
people-
man, what should they say?
Which part of Regent Street that is? Yeah. So that's left on the road there.
Yeah, all the box and everything that.
Who was that man that we just saw there? He was putting it in.
Yeah, he does.
Who's
Man,
this guy?
look here, look right here.
Bring him up. Bring him up.
Can't get him up.
No. We did it.
No, we got. Oh, I got it here with Yeah, look, hold on.
City council should go and.
Look, there's him. Watch.
No. City council and the Ministry of Public Works.
Somebody from
Should
City
someone-
Council send this to me.
No, City council need to arrest him. That's where he throwing his garbage.
Yes. All it goes to the empties at the store and so on. They just throw the thing on the road.
Okay, let's there's things that we need to talk about. Hello, good evening.
Sorry.
Good evening.
March 12th.
Hello?
Turn it off.
I'm sorry, you are not.
Yeah. So the numbers to call are right up on the screen. You can call 652-1314. That's WhatsApp. Or you can get us on 231-2982. So call us. Let us know where you're calling from and what are some of the issues.
But they have cameras there on Regent Street, so they can pick him
somebody
up.
take the picture.
Good evening. Hello?
Yeah, good night, Freddie.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, Akash Persaud.
Oh, okay. Harbour John?
Yeah, here.
I'll pick up the voice, yeah.
The two things I want to raise, and very important, about the accident in Eastmore Beach where the girl lost her life and the guy is critical at the hospital. Now, government been getting blamed a lot in Beach for this, but contractors who is award these road contracts, they sometimes subcontract and they give local to, build culverts or fix patch road or etc. without no flashing sign. No flashing sign or no indication of construction ahead. Now, people lambaste the driver, maybe he was drunk or speeding. The cause of death was not speeding or drinking. It was because he slammed into a heavy-duty equipment which was sent off the road with no flashing light. And this is happening all over the country.
No, Harbour John. That can't be the cause of death. If at the rate I drive, I don't know what others. If I had run into that thing, my bag in the car would have. The impact. The speed determines the impact. The faster a car goes, when it meets with an object, the extent of the damage is based on the impact. That car was going very fast to have it in that kind of condition. That car was destroyed, so the impact was extraordinarily terrible.
Even if the guy was speeding, if the object was not on the road, that's what would have happened. I'm sure you would agree with me there. That's the center of the road with no flashing light indication.
Well, I think it's two wrongs. Is that people use the road irresponsibly, and they should have had that front end loader or what have that crane should have had a flashing light, right?
Right, the construction ahead, like all other places. Some places in Georgetown, some big contractors do that, but the locals they don't. However, let's move to the other.
Hello? You got a call back, Harbour John. You just went off. Hello?
Something with the phone there.
Something with his phone. Or is our phone? Anyway, look, the WhatsApp number is on the screen. Please call the WhatsApp number because we're getting some problem with the landline. I think so. Yeah,
call us on 652-1314. or 231-2982. I don't think there's some problems with the line.
But let me call the landline and see if it's what 231-231
2982.
2982 2982. Let's see if it's going to ring.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, it's our landline is working. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our landline is working. Something happened with Harbour John's phone. So, call us. Is this a call? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, something. I think the lines are crossed up somewhere.
So call us on the WhatsApp number, but our landline is working. So there are a couple of things we need to talk about before you call. Oh, good evening.
Hi, good evening. I would like to just make a point about GPL.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have heard since the Christmas season gone, this GPL power ship supposed to come here and give us some sort of, resolution to this blackout. Now, I live on the East Coast, Monrepo, right, in Block 8, just off Agriculture Road. And I can tell you is every goddamn day we get in blackouts here. And just up the road from me here, there is a massive supermarket with a massive apartment complex. They had the transformers there, right? And every time that transformer is being overloaded by that same complex. And the point is that I saw them move the transformers from one location to the other location, just on the next street, right? So I don't know what GPL, I don't know how they go about solving these problems. And the thing is that it's very, very unprofessional. And you got intelligent people that look at politicians. You got intelligent people in this country that look at what they see. And my point is that we just keep going along in circles. That's one. The second point I want to make, my light bill for the past 6 months keep jumping at the interim payment of plus $10,000. And I don't see our, blackouts are reflected in deductions in the bill. You've been charged more, and you have to pay the same rate. Does that make any sense? And when I see these politicians on TV talking, they should know that they got intelligent people looking at them and assessing their intellect. And it's time they look, Guyana now has oil. It's supposed to be doing well as a fast developing economy, blah, blah, blah. But our intelligence level is atrocious in this country. I have a situation. I bought a property here, a virgin land, built a house. And before I even bought the land, there was a wire from GPL crisscrossing across my land now to the neighbor's house.
Illegal connection?
No, it's not an illegal connection.
Okay.
It's just that the post location, they crisscross the main power supply line to my neighbor's house, who I bought the land from. Now I have to. My porch has been on hold for 2+ years because the goddamn power line runs right across. When I tell GPL this here, they're telling me I need to go and write a letter, address it to them. I need to go to the main office. My neighbor needs to. What madness is this? In any event, civil engineer or civil, the Tom Civil, what these guys need to know what they're doing. They need to. You can't just go and crisscross a power line into somebody's yard, servicing, next property. That's madness. I've never seen that done anywhere. And the thing is that is the bullshit you got to hear from GPL. Now listen, and I haven't seen anybody talking about this. Every time you got a bill query and you go to the nearest GPL outpost, you know what I tell you? You have to go to Georgetown main office. If everybody have to go there, you know how long it takes you there? It takes you a day just to even talk to someone. And I think it's
away for half my life. I come back here now, and things that I say that should be done properly and ethically is just disgusting.
No, I could understand your frustration. It's not rocket science. You come back and there may be complications with insurance or property transfer, but there should be no complication with a line and your neighbor crisscrossing. And I think these little things are what irritate people. I mean, I could understand complex issues with transfer of property and
no, I don't have a problem with property, but I have a problem with GPL.
A simple thing like a line, it shouldn't be, man. It shouldn't be.
The engineer should know better. You cannot crisscross a line through somebody's property to service another property.
They haven't moved the two lines as yet.
You know what? That's the disgusting thing about it. On 3 occasions, I saw guys came to my property, made official complaints, and I haven't gotten anywhere.
Where you mind just saying where area is this?
This is Block 8, Monrepo.
Block 8, Monrepo.
Yeah, and the thing about it is that this transformer keeps popping out now and then, right up the road from us here, and what it does, it gives us power outage in this block here, and the other block is getting power. And I've been complaining to TPL all the time, and all it did was just move the transformer from the supermarket main four-way intersection and transfer it to the next street. I don't know how that's going to solve the problem.
Okay.
I mean, the complex is right in Block 8, Monrepo.
Yeah.
JB, apartment complex there and the supermarket.
I know where you're talking about, sir.
And that complex.
I know where you're talking.
You cannot keep that transformer there is not meant for that magnitude of power requirement. There's supposed to be a residential zoning. That's the next problem I get with Guyana. How you form residential zoning? In the middle of a residential zoning, you got rum shops. You got the ones that are crap going on. I know residential zones are residential zones primarily. We tend to flex but I don't see the rationale in how people who are supposed to be responsible in setting out, in laying out, in oversight.
All right.
I don't see it.
All right, thanks for coming, Chuma. Let's take another call. All right, I hear your frustration, and here's what to do. Tomorrow, send me some pictures on my cell phone and the exact location. Let's see what can happen.
That is
okay. Yeah. Please do that.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Good. Good evening, caller. You are live on air.
Yeah. Good evening, Akash.
Hey, good evening, man.
Yes, I got a complaint to make, man. I went to Guyana last week, and I went to Republic Bank in Guyana, in Deadwood. When I went there to open an account, the teller there said that I have to make an appointment to open an account. I was there just for 4 days on a business trip, and they cannot let me open an account until the following week. I have to wait. That's crazy.
Wow.
Why I have to wait a week before I can open an account? I have all my documents, the EIN number and what's not. I have to get everything I have. I asked to see the manager. I wait half hour. Nothing like that.
Jesus.
No manager I can't see.
Well,
I leave that bank and went to New Building Society. And the young teller there just asked for the passport and my ID. And they open an account there. That's not fair.
No, I tell you what. No, stop there, sir. It's a repugnant, immoral thing they're doing. Let me tell you why they said to you that you have to get an appointment. They were looking at the amount you have to bank. If it was a company that was opening an account, a huge business place that was opening an account, and they know the volume of transaction would have been large, They didn't have to wait. They didn't have to get an appointment. The banks don't want to deal with ordinary people's account. So they put that stumbling block so you can get fed up. You see what you did? You got fed up and you went to New Building Society. They don't want your patronage. It's too small. You know what Nova Scotia has done?
No. They did not ask me what the amount I'm going to bank. They
No,
never asked me.
No, they probably assess the situation and know that you're not.
How the fortune teller? How they can assess the situation?
Don't worry.
I draw money from New York here, walk with my bank slip and take it there. Nobody asked me the amount I want to bank.
Don't worry. I think those people have experience enough to know who is bringing in 50 million, 60 million from who's bringing in 2 million.
But in his case, what he's saying, Freddie, in his case, what he's saying is that the banking situation, irrespective of the amount of money that you want to bank, it should not be like that. It should be user-friendly. It should be friendly to people like this man who's come back, who is a remigrant that we've been encouraging to come back to the country. We're encouraging migrants. And when this man comes, these people are accustomed to work with credit cards and so on.
So, do you know how much criticism? Look, listen, I am telling you, that banking issue is going to be an election issue for all parties. Any party in this country in November next year that make that banking problem an issue, they're going to get people votes. And I'm talking about any party, whether it's the leading ruling party, but anybody that can promise Guyanese that they will save them from those hassles, they're going to get votes.
Freddie, when I come to New York, I just walk with my passport and my sister take me in and eventually I open an account. In Guyana, where I born and grow, and I am doing business there.
You're talking to someone who lived all his life in Guyana. I know the nonsense. I've spent my entire life trying to change this country. I know. I have a daughter outside, and I know the ease with which people do things. I am too old now. If I was younger, I would have, make these things an issue every day. The banks and the commercial banks in Guyana have a problem with civilization in Guyana, and nobody.
Yeah, but somebody got to do something about it.
About the commercial banks, I think it's a good election issue, and if all the parties are listening. Listen, Saul, if all the parties are listening to this program, every political party, ruling party, opposition, third party, if they go on the campaign and promise people they will do away, they will save them the hassles of what the commercial banks do ordinary people, they're going to get votes. I have been in journalism for 35 years, sir. I go all over this place, and people complain to me. People complain to me about the banks all the time. All the time, people complain to me about the banks. The banks, something is not right about this country that nobody wants to do anything about. The banks. I remember Robert Persaud, Foreign Secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, addressed a group of migrants, and the man raised the issue. The man said, "You asking us to come back, and the commercial banks are deterring us from coming back." And look, nothing happened. You on the phone. This thing should be made a campaign issue.
Now, New Building Society. Now, if I want to transfer money from here to Guyana, I can't do it to New Building Society. You have to do through a commercial.
Yeah. New Building Society doesn't have that mandate. How long?
No, sir.
How long you have to wait before you open a bank account? Did they tell you how long?
New Building Society?
No, at the bank at the Edward. How long they tell you have to wait?
The following week.
1 week.
7 days or so.
Anyway, look, sir. Don't get frustrated. This is your country after all.
No. I am a Guyanese. I belongs to Cotton Tree on the west coast of Barbados. I doing my business. I do not get frustrated. But this is something that is worrying people now.
It's worrying. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
They want you to.
You go back in this program, one of these calling programs. I was so emotional about what the banks are doing. I called those managers jackasses. The word jackass.
I hear when you call them a lot.
Yeah. Look, Saul.
With the lady, the old pension lady with the $100 and something $1,000.
Yeah, you're too
when you
look, thanks for coming through.
Thanks for calling. Have a good evening.
You're listening to my concern.
Have a good evening.
Thank you and have a good night, both of you.
Yeah, bye.
Hello?
No, the call we lost.
Hello? Yes, sir. Yeah, you're on the air. Go ahead. We listen to you. Hello?
Take it out. Yeah. All right. Try calling us more on the cell phone. 652-1340. We have a call coming through here.
I wanted to say
Hello. Good evening, caller. You're live on air.
Hello?
Caller. Hello? Caller, you're live on air.
You got your real phone on.
No, phone.
I wanted to say something about the stupidity of the banks and money laundering. If no call.
Caller, you're live on air. We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Good.
The call is breaking up. We're not getting you clearly. Yes, we're not getting clearly. Can you go closer to the stable spot? Go ahead. Let me hear you.
No, you're breaking up.
Mr. Kissoon, breaking up.
All right, yeah, we're getting you better now. Stay right there.
Okay, I'm.
No.
Insurance company.
Call back. We're not hearing you clearly.
You gotta use another phone, sir. Try using another phone.
Yeah, so try to be as close as possible to wherever your router is or your Wi-Fi or where stable, so that the call we wouldn't lose your call.
I wanted to talk about this money laundering thing and the stupidity and asininity of the commercial banks. There have been some people charged recently with money laundering, a whole set of gold over silver coated gold. A whole family have been charged with money laundering for the Chinese. And all the money that involved in that thing is over 50, 60, 70, 80 million, some in the billions. And yet the people go with their $200,000. Where you get this from? A policeman, a senior policeman there is an investigation. Anyway, there's
Good evening, caller. You're live on air.
All the money. So you got
to turn the volume down on the device. Don't listen to us there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good.
All right. Hi, Freddie.
Yeah.
I'm Akash.
Yes, good evening.
This is from Canada.
Good.
A couple of things about the situation there, as Harbour John was referring to. It's I know even to the sailors, them going on the sea, they don't have life jackets. Nobody cares about safety there. If you have a big machine on the road, you put a triangle that reflects and let them know it was there. Give the benefits of the guy that there's nothing of that. If you clear the road, these idiots will still drive 200 kilometers on the road to...
Yeah, I know. I mean, I think Harbour John made a mistake there by saying...
Yeah,
I mean...
Not why you put any straight road, no matter how much safety you got, they will race to the road and they will not think about safety.
I told Harbour John, if I had crashed into that crane, I would not have got a scratch. It depends upon
I agree with you.
It depends upon the speed you're using. That car, that was a total wreck.
All right.
And I'm not going to put the cap on I'm not going to put the cap on the head. I understand that there is a man coming to Guyana or in talks with Guyana, a man called the car dealership. You know about him?
I don't know what you're talking about now.
Elon Musk.
Oh.
The Tesla guy.
Elon Musk.
Tesla guy.
Tesla. Guyana is the right place for him, and if he build right now, he in the States, he got places in Canada, and if I don't know, but this is the rumor around that if he comes there and he build a plant, that guy stink of money. He builds the rocket that goes to the moon, paying $45,000 per person. So if he get the ear of the Guyana government and he can come there, Guyana becomes a paradise more than what it is now.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
Right. So these are little things. And to us that come from Canada and America, we got to come with the understanding Guyana is not perfect. And all the system and regulation and cleanliness we got in Canada and America, we got to adopt the Guyanese principle. When we come there, we got to learn to live with it. We can make changes. In Canada, we can't take a Pepsi bottle or a Coke tin and shy it on the road. My wife would walk with a tin till she reached a bin to throw it. She yelled at me. I said, I'm not walking with garbage. But she said, hello, you do it in Canada. Why you can't do it in Guyana? So these are the things that what we left here in Canada and America, come to Guyana, we can't put that down on the Guyanese people to be cleansy. But bring the same Guyanese to Canada and America. They follow the principles. They will do it, especially Americans coming to Canada. They don't drive on the pavement and honk horn all day. They follow principles here. Thank you, guys.
All right, man. Have a good evening. Yeah.
Well, what you said is what we all know.
Freddie,
when you go
I see the Bar Association made some statement the other day about, about people and so on. You said you wanted to.
Well, I want to touch on it, but when the calls priority, I think the Bar Association, this is going to be a long conversation.
Okay,
all right. What I wanted to say is that the Bar Association is one of the most hypocritical NGOs or civil society groups in this country. You have, when professionals come together, they come together to protect their profession. So you have a pharmacy association, you have a medical association. They come together to make sure that pharmacists are not exploited, pharmacists observe practice. They come together to preserve the life and the functionalism of pharmacists. You have Association of Engineers. So you have the Bar Association, which constitute lawyers. And their job is to protect, to see that the world of lawyers in Guyana, is going right. There's no hassle. But when you going to get into the area of criticizing people who criticize judges, then you are actually saying that judges are untouchable. Now, the Bar Association is perfectly in order to say, listen, you can't abuse judges. And I don't think anybody should abuse a judge or abuse a police officer. But at the same time, if a judge do something wrong, you have to comment on it. And this is where I think the Bar Association becomes hypocritical. I wrote a column about my experience with Judge Navindra Singh, in which he sued me for libel because I disagreed with a sentence. Now, judges, I could tell you the important people who have told me in this country, judges should not sue people for libel. If you say something about a judge, you could haul them in front of the court for contempt. But when you sue judges for libel, you know what you're doing to the country. You have a judge that's going to be on the stand. He's going to be, if he doesn't know his thing, he's going to look silly on the stand. But most of all, lawyers don't want to take the case because you have to go in front of that judge. And when you go in front of that judge and you embarrass him with your questions, you have to face him a year from now. You have to face him 6 months from now. So what all the lawyers have said to me, this is high risk. We can't take your case. And these are my friends.
Yeah.
Right, because they have to go in court and put this judge on the witness stand. And they may say things to the judge is annoyed about. Next thing you know, they
got up in front of you.
Right. So three lawyers prepare my defense without anybody knowing, right? And Glenn Hanneman from Europe took the case by Zoom, but Glenn doesn't live here, right?
Yeah.
So Glenn is free from the tentacles of Navindra Singh. But so I wrote a column asking the Bar Association to give a comment on that. Or a judge could sue you for libel. In fact, most judges would ask you to apologize or haul you in front of the court and say, look, you wrote this letter, we think it's unbecoming. And yeah, this man, Navindra Singh, the judge, never gave me a chance to apologize. He wrote a letter saying, I hereby request $50 million from you and an apology. So he never wrote a letter saying, Mr. Kissoon,
and you paid $50 million?
I wouldn't even pay him 50 cents. He didn't write a letter saying an apology, we demand an apology. No, guess what the judge did? When it came in front of another judge, and she wisely said that I don't think we should carry this matter to court. She knew the implications for the judiciary. That would have destroyed the judiciary when you put a judge in a box and you're showing where he doesn't know the law. Anyway, so Judge Sandra Crucius ordered mediation. When the mediation started, presided over by a lawyer named Tenny Houston, he told the mediator, but sorry, all of this could have been avoided by a simple apology. That man didn't give me a chance to apologize. Wanted $50 million.
Plus an apology.
Yeah. And then told the mediator, I stood there and I said, is this a judge behaving like that? So I intercepted and I told Mr. Tenny Houston, this is not so. I apologize in my 35 years in journalism, up in time. You people, look, there's a call there, man.
Caller, good evening, you're live on air.
Hi, Akash.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening to you and Mr. Kissoon, Professor Kissoon.
Yes.
I was wondering if you know if that issue with the Cummings Lodge cemetery was addressed as yet.
No, it hasn't been. I passed there when? Today's Friday? No, I passed there Wednesday. I have to I pass there almost twice a week, and I buy coconut water from a vendor who's just opposite there. And nothing's been done. No.
So you've seen what I'm speaking about with the pipe and you saw that.
I didn't. Yeah.
All right, Professor Kissoon, I just want to let you know that I graduated from UG in the mid-70s. I don't know if you were there as a professor at that time.
No, I was a student there in 1974.
Oh, I graduated in 76, I think, and then went on to do my master's and PhD and taught statistics for 37 years at the university.
What year you were a student at UG?
I graduated in 76, I think, 76, 75.
Okay,
76,
you would have been senior to me, but I probably saw you on the corridor. You probably saw me.
Yeah, I was mostly in the science building, not the biology, the science with Dr. Kunar and Dr. Chinnapan.
Oh, okay. You were. I was arts, so you would be the opposite building. I would have hardly seen you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I thank you guys for the job you guys are doing.
Okay, we'll keep calling about that thing in the cemetery. Keep calling about it.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you very much. Keep up the good work.
All right, man. Have a good evening. Yeah. So somebody sent in some pictures here. They said this is in Monrepo, newly made roads, newly done roads. But guess what? because of the heavy trucks, Freddie. These really heavy trucks are damaging the road. Look, they got huge. This is newly constructed road. The roads that people are saying, and look how the road is damaging because when these same big trucks here, they weight. These roads are now made to handle this kind of weight. Look, they got the roads don't damage so much that they put it. Let me get this one now back. They gotta put a tire.
That's a big hole there.
Yeah, look, a tire in the road. Fred, this is the hazard to life, man. You see you imagine you see this nighttime and you driving, if you're not from that area and don't know the hazards, you run into this thing here and the car. Oh my goodness. The road is the government. The government made the road, or but these big trucks. Yeah, you were telling me about the Bar Association.
So the bar. So I wrote this column.
We got call. Good evening, caller. You're live on air. I hope we get you clearer now.
Okay. Good night, Akash and Freddie.
Yeah. Good evening. Good evening.
I'm calling in connection with these insurance company in here.
Freddie. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead.
Yes. The insurance company in Guyana, the police is assisting all the insurance company. For example, from the time the traffic police stop you on the road, they said, may I see your license and insurance? Hello?
Yes, we're hearing you.
Hello?
Yes,
we're hearing you.
Yes. So now you have, if you don't have you'll be charged. So the insurance company is covered by the police.
No. That is not a straightforward thing. The insurance company is covered by law. The law compels us to take out car insurance. The police just ask the police don't compel. The police can't compel you to have insurance. If you don't have insurance, it's a illegal offense. Is that the police?
Yes, it is. Yes, but I wish that in the same breath, as if the people that is in charge could do something about the insurance company when they're to pay out their compensation.
I think that thing is so accepted. I think that thing is so accepted in societies, not only Guyana. I think insurance is part of modern living, and people just come to accept it. People know that it's unfair. Whoever invented insurance, it was invented to benefit the company. I see people around calling this police officer and calling this public servant thieves. The biggest thieves are the insurance companies.
Exactly, sir.
I have two ladies, my neighbors in the compound where I live in. Those people paid insurance, comprehensive, and those people were given a grand run around to get their money when they were involved in accident. Grand run around. Well, let me tell you something about insurance now. There is a prominent citizen that has a serious complaint about the insurance. He was a former parliamentarian of the Alliance for Change, and now he's the vice chairman of the Alliance for Change, Michael Carrington. He has a serious complaint about some lady husband died, and when she went in to get some, they only giving her $28,000.
What?
Yeah. Look. So nobody's going to change the insurance companies here and worldwide. People just accept.
Something else is bothering me also, sir. I don't know. Why is it that people who is living overseas? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're hearing you.
Why is it Yeah, people, they feel that, okay, when people got garbage, this is nothing of rocket. How is it in all the villages?
Hello?
Yes, we can't get through with the common collection of garbage. This is not in the main city where the PNC is controlling and all these things. God damn, how is it that nobody is getting it right? Look, I could solve this problem. Overnight, you could solve most of the problem. All right, but nobody's really paying attention to small problem in this country. Now, I can imagine when you speak sometime, Mr. Kissoon, concerning problem like the walkway by the place that you go and do your exercise, right? It is still there. The whole by UG Road, I pass there every day, and every time I pass it, this is Mr. Kissoon problem here. This is not the government problem. The place, the UG Road, where the hole is.
By the bridge, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, could you imagine what they would do to me? Imagine if Mr. Kissoon, nobody don't listen to he, and he is so well known and popular. What is it going to happen to me, the average person? Could you imagine how we really go through our lives? You can't understand what I am not Mr. Kissoon, and the smallest child could point out, look, there's Mr. Kissoon or whatever, and if that happened to me, to you, well, how the ordinary small man, what will really happen to them? Right? So when these people is calling from abroad and saying about, okay, all right, Nigel, use on the oil, and look, I don't want to hear about Mr. Hughes. I want to hear how is it would you solve the problem, the garbage problem. A simple thing, man, the garbage problem, right? The whole country is in garbage problem. It takes 6 weeks, 8 weeks to collect garbage in all the small villages on the right? And you pay, could you imagine that you got Puran brother is actually people, half of the villages are using Puran brother. Oh my God. So the thing cut down from half the amount for the local authorities. Right. They still can't solve it?
So they're using the Puran brothers as private citizens, as a private contract.
Yes, working in the villages.
Okay, right.
You're paying $700 a barrel a week.
Okay.
But the remaining sum for people who can't afford it.
Yes. But
if you the sickness wouldn't stay for them alone. You know what I mean? It's taking you up to. So these are the little problems that is bothering me, man. It's not a big thing. You know them holes that you see that you show earlier.
Yes.
I guarantee if the government said, look, we can provide all the materials, right? It got contractors would say, you know what, I can bring a backhoe.
Yeah.
You know, and let me get these things done, man. Come on, this is not big money you're talking about. We import them all like how we think that we got, oh boy, we can't do that. Get it done, man. We don't want to hear about if PNC running the council. I tired hearing that. For 60 years like that, and I hearing all this nonsense over and over. Right? And I'm telling you, we in for a surprise. If the government don't get it act together, they will be surprised for this coming election, you know. It's not that people would stay away, they wouldn't vote for nobody, they would stay away because they're fed up. Only for the small things, you know. Because the big thing in reaching down to us is the small thing we want. Just the average person just needs small things.
All right, Carla.
The average person don't want no big stuff. All right, then. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, man. Thanks for coming through. We got some videos to show. All right.
Okay.
So somebody said in the video here, this is from Eccles. She said this is, the person said this is Eccles going towards the masjid. The road is in a pretty bad state here. Echoes going towards the masjid.
That's a public road. I normally park by that masjid. They allow me to park. That's the masjid. Past Peter's Hall.
No, this is the masjid in Echoes. There's a new masjid there. Okay, somebody send this thing out. We'll take this call and we'll come back to that.
Hello?
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, good evening.
You guys posted a picture earlier. I live in Manipur area, and I know that road. That's the school road.
Right.
You posted a picture, right?
Yeah.
My background is construction, so I have a fair bit of idea, and I've worked overseas.
Lovely.
I worked in like beef and airport in Portugal, so I have some idea in civil work, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got a major problem again. When these roads are engineered and designed, I don't know what's happening, but definitely somebody is not on the ball. That road, I know it from since 2010. And before that, is always sloping and divulging into the trench. And the reason being is that there is no revetment.
Okay, okay.
There is no revetment.
So there's movement.
That road against the trench.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have proper revetment, and if you're engineering roads with sub-course, base course, and you're doing fill the trenches and proper foundation prep for road. Like for example, that Linden Highway has basically been a model, and it's only now it's falling to pieces. That road was constructed with shoulder and drainage, right? And it was constructed with the revetment of the shoulders. Any road, and that's on sandy soil, which is unstable soil. Clay is very unstable too. You need to do revetment. So I don't know, and when I hear the figures that the government is tendering out these projects, I can tell you what, I know projects overseas right in Barbados, right? In terms of road construction, in terms of revetment work. I can do the comparison with the cost factor, right? It don't cost that much over there. Why is it costing us so much? And there you have different terrain contours to deal with. You have to excavate rocks. It is more labor intensive. It is more machinery. It's more costly. We have clay. We're basically just filling up, and we don't have to chisel rocks. We just have an excavator, just excavating and backfilling, and it's simple ABC construction. Guyana is now touching the technicality in terms of building. Overseas, you got an architect who oversights the project. You have project managers. You have quantity surveyors. You have various types of people, right? Here, we have a tendency to skip a lot of professionals and just get straight from client, the contractor, to government. I don't really see much middle body involved. And I think that's one of the major problems for all infrastructural work. I see the highway, the New Heroes Highway, that's an embarrassment. It is total embarrassment to say that's a highway. In terms of civil terminology, in terms of civil expectation of work, that is an embarrassment. And you drove your car there, your suspension, your tire wear and tear is going to dramatically, go through a shorter lifespan than what it was designed for. And it's because of the road layout. That thing is, is uneven. It's gritty. It doesn't have any proper water flow. And that's the next thing. Most of the road construction in Guyana here don't have proper drainage. The water is left settling on certain surface. And when vehicles are driving at a regular speed and they get into that puddle, you will lose control. I know that from driving experience. I can go on and on. I think, when it comes, we have a University of Guyana. Everybody you talk to is sending their kids here, right? Where are these professionals going? What are we being taught? And I want to lament on the fact that the laboratory set up for this university to gear engineers in particular to master the craft. The technology keeps improving a lot. chance with that. I bet if you walk in there, that laboratory is back about 40 years outdated. The equipment that you need to do experiment, to do analysis is outdated. That's something, I haven't seen anybody been talking about. And the police force, for example, my father in Blairmont made a comment to the former Minister of Security, Clement Roy, and said, you have people coming out of the university. Why don't you induct them in the police force? Right? And you wouldn't want to know the answer to that question. But what you didn't know is that my dad was a long-standing member of the PPP. And my dad wasn't no average Joe.
He insulted the man?
You wouldn't like me to tell you.
Well, don't tell me, because if it embarrasses Roy, I don't want Roy to sue us. So.
Yeah. No, but I'm just telling you, the intellect. Look, in life, you got sort of people born naturally smart, naturally intelligent. That's why everybody's not the same. And everybody can't be the same, because this would be a crazy world. So the thing is that the people with the know-how, and the word know-how is technology, those people should be given the right position, the right post to do things properly. In the police force is an embarrassment. I see these top guys there. They don't have, I would call some book smart, not even regular common sense and intellect. When I see the police, making statements, I just, nod at it. And I think this is our problem. And we are heading to a new, we are going into a new era now. This country, for the first time, out of all the CARICOM nations, this is the only country now is evolving. Is evolving in every aspect of life. And I think, we need to get on the ball. There's a saying, when you go to a white man country and you go to a non-white country, there's a major difference. And there's a reason why. Good night.
All right, good. Thanks for coming through, man. Yeah. Somebody sent this in just now. Let me see if I can read this here. It says, this person is appealing for help. It says, it's 4 a.m. in the morning, and this is what is playing out at the Albert Lou Street, which is 40 meters away from Lenora Police Station. So apparently there is a bar. There is a bar that is there, and it's in the middle of a residential street, and they're playing music, blaring music hard nighttime until after 4 a.m. in the morning.
Opposite a police station.
400.
Yeah, put it back on the screen.
Put it up on the screen there. Yeah. 4 a.m. in the morning, and this is the person even thanked President Ali in it. Basic human rights is that they're asking for here. I wonder how the working residents of this area will be able to get up in an hour and a half to find their way to their jobs and expect to function in the fastest growing economy in the world. Some lashes. So what they said this bar. So Freddie, people.
It's the opposite of police station. Good evening.
Hello. Good night.
Good night.
Akash, Freddie.
Yeah, man. Good evening.
Good job. Okay, I'm the observation guy.
You the what?
3 observations.
Yeah.
Yes.
1. I saw you putting up videos in relation to garbage.
Yes.
Our garbage problem has been existing for over 50 years now. Over 50 years. And this has been happening under 2 governments. PPP, the PNC. We all understand that the PNC cannot manage garbage, so they can't manage a country. If you can't manage garbage, it means that you can't manage a country. Okay. PPP is in power. Are they going to allow the country to be overrun by garbage because they want a core political point to prove that the PNC is incompetent of collecting and dispensing garbage? We all know that. It's time these politicians get their acts together. I think we cannot allow the country and the people to suffer because a few is there sitting doing nothing. I think that we need some action in relation to that. We have to stop these petty games, these political tuggings that is happening between
I would not blame contractors. I'm going to blame the government. I don't blame the government, but I'm going to blame the government. Because if I give somebody a job to do, and a contractor come and I outline my work, this is my specification of work, this is the way I want it to be done. And then when I come and I see that you're mixing my cement or whatever the way it should not, and I do not object against it, it means that, okay, I'm allowing substandard work to take place. There's a lot of substandard work taking place in this country for years. Nothing has been done about it by the engineers, and nothing has been done by the government. I'm blaming the government because they're the ones that are giving these contracts to these contractors. They're the ones that are paying this money, and they're not getting the value for their money. They need to stop this nitty-gritty, like I said. Too much of friends and associates and too much of family, and it's been handed these contracts, and nothing has been said about it. We need to stop. Development need roads. Any country that is developing, you have to provide good roads. You can't build a road with a 2-inch asphalt top and expect it to accommodate a 10-ton truck. Right? We got to understand that. Look, for example, that airstrip that was built the other day for $400 million. Right? When you look at those guys digging that plane out, you can see that whatever they put on top is just like about an inch, and to the bottom is loom. And then the minister going to come and say, the guy rectified it. Well, how could you rectify an airstrip in 2 weeks? You're playing with people. This is the kind of stupidity that we continue for the past 50 years is happening in this country. Look, for example, when you were showing some videos there with the road shoulders, I can try to get that video and show you when, I can't remember it was in Borbis, it was one of these villages, the minister went, and the people were explaining to him, sir, the roads are too narrow. Your roads are 8 feet wide. It cannot accommodate 2 cars driving. You can drive on the shoulder. You can't understand. You cannot drive on the shoulder because the shoulders are not prepared to stop. If you try to pull in onto the shoulders, you're stuck. And listen to his remark, and that shows where the ignorance lies. It doesn't lie with the contractors and the layman. It lies within the intelligent mind. And we need to move away from this crap. Because if we continue going on, we'll be wasting the little money that we're having on infrastructure in this country, because we're going to build a $500 million road, and in 6 months, it's all broken. Where are we going to find the money against repair it? So we need the head of the intelligent mind. The government needs to start taking a note of themselves. And this blame game needs to stop. It's time we stop.
You said there are 3 observations. What's the other one?
Second, yeah.
You're on to the third one now.
The third observation, landscaping in this country is something we are lacking. I think Freddie should know that. The only thing that I've seen so far that is looking like it's been done properly and has a good atmosphere is the seawall, which was done by the First Lady. I must compliment her for that. But I know Georgetown. I'm born and grew in Georgetown. And I can tell you all the carpets that I have known is the same way. They're not being rolled, they're not being weighed, they're not being planted with mud grass to look decent. They are still the same way. Why are we lacking?
Caller, let me tell you this. We were out filming Garbage City a few days ago, and I came across a piece of place that I was like, this is Georgetown. It's beautifully done. You have to check it out. You know, on Hatfield Street, there is the Rodney Walk.
That's the Walter Rodney Monument
in Hatfield Street. I am telling you, I was
George and Hatfield Street, where he was killed.
I was amazed to see how beautifully this place is kept. Camp and
Hatfield.
Yeah. All the way to George, I think. Yeah. Beautifully done. Let's check it out.
Camp. You're talking about the avenue?
Yes,
George.
Yes.
It's called the Walter Rodney Monument. Anyway, so.
But even though
Yeah, but
progress
right.
in getting things done, but Freddie, we need engineers and we need people out there to make sure that we get our money's worth.
Okay, the operator say 3 minutes left.
Right?
I hope we hear from you next
the
week.
government is trying. I'm not saying, but they need to put their foot down on getting things done and stop this substantial work happening with these contractors.
Okay.
And you guys keep the good work up.
Okay. Bye bye, sir.
All right.
Let's hear from you next week. Bye bye. Good. The operator say we have 2 minutes left. We have 2 minutes. You want to call us, or we gonna call it George Now,
got it, George.
we have 2 minutes left. So, Carlos or send in a video. Oh, here we go. Good evening. Good evening. We got 2 minutes remaining.
Hi, Mr. Freddie. Good night, sir.
Good evening. Yeah, go ahead.
This thing with the Albert Lou Street there, right?
With the what?
With Albert Lou Street.
Yeah. Over the river, yes. Lenora.
Yeah. Some night you drive through the street, brother, you can't go through the street.
Why?
People block up the place.
Because so much on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Some people sit down and middle of the road.
I know, low life. You call those people low lives. That's a term that should be accepted in sociology.
No,
I've experienced.
You know something, Freddie? That guy that owned that bar there.
What's his name?
Anybody else had that bar, and he was a regular
resident
in that village. He would never want that in that village. You know, but that's how life goes. And one more thing.
But
we understand that the government making a lot of roads. I mean, yes, is infrastructure development and so on. But when they make a street, brother, if one vehicle pass and the next one come in, whosoever walking on the road go in the grass or in the mud, wherever they did, 2 vehicles cannot pass on the road. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
So I know yes, it's development, but then I mean they need to do something in appropriate way, man. That okay, that 2 vehicles pass on the road, that means no pedestrian can walk on the road.
Okay.
I know.
If a truck and a car got to pass, but the shoulder on the road got to break. It has to break.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for coming through. I want to say good evening to Freddie. I went to a wedding before I came here. A relative of mine, Mr. and Mrs. Ramdial at West Romville there. So I think after the wedding, after the show, I'm going to go back. Are you going? You going?
I'm going home to Janet Kissoon.
Okay.
Right. So we gotta close off now. One last call. This is the call-in program. So call in and say what's on your mind. So let's see. We're gonna count down 1 to 10, and then we're gonna close off. I'm gonna ask Akash for his closing remark, and then I'm going to say goodbye until Monday. So we're going to be here on Monday. We're going to be here next Monday, next Wednesday, next Friday. And the show must go on. So any more calls? So
no more calls. Let's close off.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it.
Knockout.
That's it.
Knockout.
You have any closing remarks before I close off?
Yeah, I just like to say that we thank you, the viewers, for joining us every night on our program, and we really value your viewership and share our program. And we, as I said, we are here to bring your voice out there and to bring the issues and personalities here. So take your time on the road, man, and I'm sure Mr. Kissoon would say the same. Freddie?
Yeah, we have the worst drivers in the world. At the rate we are going, we wouldn't have a population. People dying from road accidents all the time. I think somebody died at Friendship today. It's just crazy on the roads. All of us have to intervene and stop this madness. We will be here on Monday. We'll be here Wednesday. And the show must go on. Have a very pleasant weekend. Thanks for being with us the past 2 years and 1 month. Catch you later, man. Bye-bye.